So, recording started. Okay, is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, yes, Shovik.
Okay, so this call is regarding RCCB. So, RCCB stands for Residual Current Circuit Breaker. This is a very similar device of a MCB we see in our houses. So, basically, if the incoming current and outgoing current is not equal to same, then there must be some current leak, and in that situation, a human problem can happen. I mean, accident can happen. That's why we are having RCCBs in our system. That's the small introduction about RCCB. Now the software feature, why we are developing a software feature. So our software feature works mainly in some areas, like the RCCB we are currently using does not have a feedback. So the RCCBs currently we are using does not have a feedback. So we are trying to understand the status of the RCCB from uh, before the RCCB electric feedbacks and after RCCB electric feedbacks. So from there we are trying to understand what is the RCCB status. So there, I mean, there false detection is possible in few of the conditions. I will come later. One more video I have already made regarding the details of the requirement. You can refer to that. I think that the link has been given in the invitation link, but still I am giving one small update on that. So this is our circuit diagram. So this is the AC power input from the grid. After that we are having an energy meter. After the energy meter we are having MCCB. This is the main MCCB. After that we are having contactor. Now after this contactor there are two RCCBs, RCCB1 and RCCB2. Now RCCB1 has charger number 1, 2, 3, then of R phase, so the red phase. Then RCCB2 is having charger number 4, 5, 6 of red phase. The red phase is having total 6 chargers, 3 are with RCCB1 and 3 are with RCCB2. Similarly, the yellow phase of RCCB1 is having 7, 8, 9, and yellow phase of RCCB2 is having 10, 11, 12 number chargers. Then the blue phase of RCCB1 is having 13, 14 and 15 number chargers, whereas the RCCB2 blue phase does not have any charger, rather it is having HVAC and UPS as its load. This is how the load is distributed. Now if all the chargers charger 1, 2, 3, 13, 14, 15, and 7, 8, 9 are reporting that they are not getting input power, I mean input voltage, or we can conclude this as RCCV1 is failed. Similarly, if 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, and HVAC all are not working at the same time, we are determining that we are declaring that RCCB2 is tripped. This is how the software logic works. Any doubt till now? As no one is asking anything, I am assuming that it's clear to
So is
everyone.
this the new feature, Shovik, this RCCP?
No, this is not a new feature. This is an old feature. This is currently available in all the stations.
Okay, okay.
I am giving the overview how the, I mean, I am giving the knowledge share of this feature.
Sure, sure. Yeah, sure, sure.
So this is the RCCB design. I don't know whether it is visible or not. Can everyone see the, I mean, see this diagram properly, or I
No,
should?
no, Shovik. No, I think you need to zoom it.
Yeah, now
Now
it's
it
better.
is. Now is it okay?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. So this from this design we understood many things. I forgot to tell two three things here. The energy meter data are already available through RS485 protocol. MCCB and contactor have their PLC feedbacks. So from there we can understand that whether energy meter or MCCB or contactor, all these electric current is reaching or not, we can determine. So we can determine that till contactor what is the condition, and at the charger level what is the condition. So comparing these two we are trying to determine the condition of RCCBs. So this is the software flow. So this whole part here, this part is a different orchestrator. So this is charger orchestrator. What we are doing as charger orchestrator? The charger is sending us the reply every few seconds. I guess 5 seconds. Pradeep, is it 5 seconds or 10 seconds? The charger reply.
Yeah, it is
Durga,
10
I am asking
seconds.
the question to you. Mm-hmm.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Okay, every 10 seconds we are getting 13 packets from the charger, and one packet among them is having the information about input voltage. So from there we are parsing that packet, and when we are getting the charger input voltage. Okay, so and we are just publishing that the at charger orchestrator related to RCCB, there is no other activity as of now. Now at the health orchestrator, what we are doing, we are checking the energy meter status of each phase, each of the three phases. Okay. Now for a phase called, for any phase, if the voltage is less than 10, then we are saying that the phase is failed. Now we are checking it for three phases separately, and if we are seeing that the case is true, that means the phase is failed for all the three phases, then we are terming this as grid failure and not phase failure, because all the three phases failed at the same time, indicating that this is not a phase failure, rather it is a grid failure. That means the power from outside, I mean main power supply from outside or grid is failed, maybe power cut or something. If it is a phase failure, then I mean we are checking this. After that we are checking for the three phases what is the condition. If we are seeing that at least one phase is okay, we are saying that okay, this is a phase failure only, and we are send the communication to all the concerned batteries. I have just shown you R phase, Y phase and B phase batteries, which battery is connected to which phase. So all the concerned batteries that have battery, for you the charge, for you the AC power supply is not available, so do not ask anything from the charger. Now we are, if we are seeing this for as a grid failure, we are sending this command to every battery, not only one battery, to every battery we are sending this. At the same time we are notifying the CNC, that is command and control center Bangalore. We are displaying the same thing in UI, and we are activating the siren. Similarly, if the voltage is between 10 and 85, we are saying that the phase is on very low power. Very low power indicating that the phase is not failed at all. So if the phase is at very low power, we are sending the uh, communication to every battery that for you power is not available at all, because at very low power we are not charging the batteries. We are notifying CNC, displaying the same in UI and activating the siren, and we are stopping. We are not going, I mean we are not doing anything else. In case of low power, that was very low power, this is low power, that is 85 to 185, we are saying that the phase is on low power. We are terming it low power charging, but there is no, I mean, separate low power charging. We are charging normally as of now, and we are notifying all these things to the CNC UI and activating the siren. But in very low power we are not charging at all. In low power we are charging normally. If if these are not the cases, then we are checking the MCCB status at PLC level. If the MCCB status is false, then we are saying that MCCB tripped. We are communicating this thing that for you the battery, for to all the batteries, that for you AC power is not available. We are notifying the CNC, displaying the U and activating the siren. Everywhere the action is approximately same. If the MCCB has the power, I mean the MCCB feedback is okay, then we are checking the contactor and doing the exact same thing. If the contactor is off, then we are saying all these things. Otherwise, we are moving forward. Till here, anyone has any concern? Jaswal, Durga, Segu, anyone?
No, Shavik, this is clear. Yeah.
Okay. So, I am moving forward. Now, from Kafka, we already got the voltage information from charger.org. Now, for individual charger, we are checking the input voltage. If it is again less than 10, then the charger MCB is failed. We are turning it something like charger MCB is tripped. If it is between 10 to 85, we are saying that charger on very low power. If it is 85 to 185, charger on low power. And if it is above 185, we are saying that the charger is okay. That simply means that the range for energy meter reading and charger reading are exactly same. Now, if the charger is at low power, or okay, we are charging the battery in that dock. Otherwise, if the charger is, I mean, either MCB tripped or on very low power, we are not charging anything. We are doing the same thing. I mean, here we were communicating to everyone, every batteries. Here only one battery we are communicating this thing, and we are, this point is no more valid. We are raising a fault in case of charger MCB trip. In every case we are, except charger okay, we are generating an alert and we are sending this. In every place we are keeping this record of the charger input health and publishing the alert in case of charger failing. I mean, charger fail means either low power, very low power, or trip, anything happens, we are sending an alert. Any doubt till now?
If any doubts, we will stop you. We will interrupt Shavik. Go ahead.
Okay. So till here we have checked individual batteries. Now we have the individual battery information till this point. Now we are checking the group. Now the first group is charger number 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 and 13, 14, 15. That is the chargers for RCCB 1. If at least one charger is okay, at least, if at least one charger MCB is okay, okay simply means that I mean, at least one charger is saying that I am not tripped, simply means that RCCB1 is healthy. If all the chargers are reporting that their MCB is not okay, we are saying that the RCCB1 is stripped. If RCCB1 is stripped, we are terming it as RCCB1 tripped. Earlier, we decided at this point that the charger MCB trip. So in this point, we are again saying that individual charger MCB is not tripped, rather it is a RCCB trip. And here in case of charger MCB chip, I told quarantine dog which is no more valid. But earlier we had that concept. So in that case, if any dock is was disabled, we are enabling the dock, but which is no
Shovik,
more valid.
in this group, what you have showed 1, 2, 3, 7 to 9 and 13 to 15, right? So any of this charger is MCB is not okay. Then you're tripping the RCCB, right? RCCB
No,
one.
no, no. If all the charger MCB is stripped at the same time, then RCCB is okay. If the RCCB is stripped, no charger should get input voltage at all. Correct?
Agree.
So if at least one charger is getting input voltage simply showing that the RCCB is okay, then only it is getting the input voltage. So it is not RCCB one tripping. This is RCCB one is healthy.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, understood, understood. Good, good.
This is a reverse logic.
Got it, got it.
So in case we are saying this RCCB, I mean RCCB is stripped, we are sending a communication message to the corresponding battery that AC power is not available, although we had done the same thing here only. But here also we are sending this command, and we are notifying the CNC and displaying the UI, activating the siren. The same thing we are doing everywhere. Whenever we are detecting any fault, we are doing the same activity. So the same is true for RCCB2 also. For RCCB2 there is little different. So instead of charger 9 chargers, we are getting 6 chargers only, that is 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. If at least one charger I mean all the chargers are reporting the issue, then also we are not declaring directly, but at least one charger is getting input voltage, we are clearly saying that RCCB2 is healthy. But if all of them are reporting the same thing, like RCCB1, we are not saying RCCB2 is stripped, we are checking the UPS input voltage again, because UPS is one of our input point. We are having HVAC as another input point, but for uh, Huawei HVAC, I guess we do not have a way to get the input voltage. That's why we are not considering HVAC at all. But HVAC should be input point for us. So if we are saying that UPS, I mean UPS is also not having the input voltage, then we are saying that RCCB2 is stripped. Otherwise, we are saying that RCCB2 is healthy. In both the in other things are as similar as RCCB1. So, is there any problem in the flow? Should I repeat anything, or is it fine? I guess it is fine, as no one is asking anything.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So that is the flow I already explained. The requirements is already written, and
Shovik, when the RCCB is stripped, what about the AC power bit?
AC power bit will be zero for the concerned batteries,
Okay, okay,
or false. I already told na. AC
okay,
power
okay,
bit will we will in
okay,
this
okay.
point we will send a
Understood.
communication message to corresponding batteries that AC power is not available,
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay.
and this is the only way to stop the charging. There is no other way for us. We cannot stop the charger, but this is the only way. Now there are few points we are having, like due to any reason if the charger are not communicating at all, then we can have the false detection. I think everyone understands that, correct? So those are written here. The HVAC input voltage will not be considered as a data point for RCCB2, as there is not a way. it's not a way. This should be not a way to get HVAC input voltage. If all the components that is chargers or UPS of the same group, that means same RCCB fail simultaneously, the status of RCCB may be wrong. If all of them actually faulty at the same time, then also we can have the wrong RCCB status. That is a edge case scenario. Any doubt in this point? No. And the requirements already I told, so just let me go through it quickly. So it is assumed that the charger will get the CC will get the charger response and will extract the input voltage. The energy meter of all three phases separately will be checked. Then so these 2 points are same. It will check and it will declare that whether it what is the condition of the phase. Then so according to its analysis, it will communicate the concerned batteries that AC power is not available to stop the charging part. In case of MCCB and contactor also, this will do the same. So requirement 1.6 is no more valid as per new ECR. And after that also it is written that the all the chargers or all the components of a same RCCB failed means showing that the RCCB is failed. That's all already we discussed. Okay. So there are few system limitations. So whenever a previous component is failed, we have no way to determine the next component status. Like if the grid is already failed, we have no way to determine the MCCB status. Similarly, if the MCCB is already tripped, we have no way to determine the status of RCCBs. We cannot say that RCCB is healthy also, we cannot say that RCCB is tripped also. So at this point what we should produce as our output, so we come to a conclusion that we will produce something like unknown, we do not know, it cannot be determined. Is that fine? Jaswal, Pradeep, any points here?
Yes, yes, sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
Shravik, one suggestion on this, wherever the requirement that you see which is not valid, just to strike out, don't delete it, just to give the strikeout messages or red color which is saying no, this is not more valid, so that the documentation will be up to date. The portion of the diagram flow also, wherever it is not valid, just make them as a red color or strike through it so that people can understand that this is no more valid, something like that. Actually, this should have been done while releasing the corresponding release itself, but no problem. While before, even now also you can do it.
Sure, I will do it. Sure, okay, sir. So now we told many things like we will determine based on the failure and all. So we are considering number of samples, we are not declaring anything upon one sample. So we will check the number of samples and we will decide, we will declare anything. So there is a point like the number of samples for individual charger should be more than the number of samples for EM. So in this point at EM level also we are saying that it is failed, that means that grid failure. At charger level also we are saying that RCCB failure. So suppose that we are checking more number of samples in case of EM and less number of samples in case of charger. So as per charger we will decide that RCCB is stripped where actually grid was failed, and due to higher number of samples of EM we had not detected it. So to avoid that, we are suggesting that the number of samples of individual charges should be more than the number of samples of EM. This is to avoid the false detection. That was all about the requirement and the limitations. Any question here till here? Assuming that there is no questions, no doubts, I am moving directly to the code. So this is the RCCB configuration JSON file. So there the circuit type 2 indicates that this is a RCCB type of circuit. Anything other than circuit type 2 will say that this is not a RCCB type of circuit. RCCB is not implemented, is not installed in the station. So all these checks and all will not happen. So if it is a RCCB type of circuit, we are having the frequency of energy meter and all other things. Here the maximum power, minimum power, no power. So we already told that in the document. Below 10 it is no power, from 10 to 85 it is very low power, from 85 to 185 it is uh, low power, and above 85 it is okay. So this is the configuration file. Here all these values has been written, and the action also written, what action to be taken in which condition. So low power charging and normal charging are both are same as of now. So this is all about the charger configuration. So for UPS the minimum voltage should be 185. Below it we will say that the proper input power is not coming to UPS, and it will determine that input is not coming to UPS, and accordingly the calculations will be made. So I am directly coming to the code now. So this is the function check RCCB status. Inside here we are considering the JSON file having so this is the JSON reading. I am not going in details about it. So if the JSON file says that this is not a RCCB circuit at all, we are not going forward. We are just simply coming out of the function, and we are saying that this is not a RCCB type of circuit. If it is a RCCB type of circuit, then only we are going inside. We are checking the voltages here. So we are checking all the voltages in this place, and RCCB voltage AN. So phase A means red phase, yes, red phase. So the red phase where it is coming, we are checking, and we are checking the samples. So whenever the sample, where we are doing it. So whenever these things we had already done, no power and all this, we are incrementing each time we are determining this, we are incrementing the counter to get the samples. Now whenever the sample number is overing, we are declaring the phase fail or phase very low power or phase low power, we are declaring in this place. So so if we are determining that all the three phases are failed at the same time, we are determining the grid status as failed and making the phase status as unknown. These are enums, and after that we are generating an alert here that main power grid fails in the MQIS station. So whenever the grid again becoming okay, that means the alert is already set and the grid become okay. That means that the grid become okay recently. We are clearing the alert again. The same is true for all the phases also. If it is not a phase, then we are showing that for the if it is not a grid failure, and if it is a phase failure, we are determining the same thing for the phase also. Similarly, uh, so these are the redundant code. I mean, redundant code means once done for phase A, then done for phase B, then done for phase C. The same thing. Mm. We are updating the JSON output here, the condition of the phase and grid in this place. Any doubt till here? Segu, any point from your side? Uh, okay,
No, sure.
assuming that he. Yes, Segu.
No, go ahead, Shovik.
Okay. So after the phases are determining, we are getting to the PLC data and we are checking the MCCB and contactor status. So we are checking the MCCB also. We are going the with the sample numbers. For MCCB and contactor, the suggested sample number is only one. These are suggested by the system team. So if the sample, if it is more than sample number, we are saying that okay, uh, it is trips. So MCCB is already tripped. Accordingly, we are sending the alert. Whenever the MCCB again becoming okay, we are clearing the alert. In case of MCCB, the same we are doing with contactor also. In this line, we are updating the MCCB status in the output JSON. The same we are doing with the contactor. Exact same thing, just instead of MCCB, we are doing it for the contactor. Then we are checking for individual chargers. So this loop is running 15 times because of I mean 0 to 14 because of 15 chargers. For each charger we are checking the status, as this is very similar to the energy meter status. So what we are doing here, we are checking the individual voltage for that charger, individual charger voltage for that charger. What is that? If it is below the maximum no power, that is 10 volt, then we are saying that individual charger no power counter we are incrementing by 1. Similarly we are doing it for minimum of, if it is coming between the range of 10 to 85, we are incrementing the individual charger very low power counter by 1. In case of it is coming something between 85 and 185, we are incrementing the individual charger low power counter by 1. Otherwise, if it is coming above 185, we are not doing anything. We are I mean initializing everything as 0, not initially updating everything as 0, every counter as 0. So on the basis of that, if the sample, so the charger samples are I think two currently we are having, not two. Currently we are having three samples for each charger. So three samples. If the event is occurred more than three times, we are declaring the result like charger is failed or very low power or low power or okay. Then we are checking for the group one, two, 3, 7, 8, 9, and 13, 14, 15. So for each chargers, we are checking the status. If all are failed at the same time, we are determining it as a RCCB trip. Otherwise, RCCB one is okay. We are doing the same for RCCB 2 also. That was done for RCCB 1. We are doing it for RCCB 2 also. After we are determining the issue, that means all are failed at the same time. We are checking the UPS voltage. If it is also failed, we are saying that RCCB 2 is failed. In case of grid, if the grid status is okay and RCCB status, I mean both the grid status was failed or MCCB is failed or contactor is off, we cannot determine the RCCB status, because in those scenarios also no one will get the AC input power and we will determine that RCCB fails. But this is not actually RCCB fails. Uh, I mean to prevent the false detection, we are saying that the RCCB status is unknown. This is neither okay nor faulty. We cannot determine it. So we are saying that RCCB status is unknown. If we detect the RCCB status of RCCB1 is as tripped, then still this time we understood that the RCCB, what is the RCCB1 status, whether it is stripped or unknown. In case of both, that is strips or unknown, we are setting all the individual charger status as unknown. The same is true for RCCB2 also. If the RCCB2 status is stripped or unknown, we are setting all the individual charger status of that RCCB as unknown. Now if we have determining that the phase is already failed, then also the charger status will come as tripped or faulty. But this is not a charger status faulty, rather it is a phase status faulty. So in case of phase A also, we are sending the 0 to 6 number charger as charger status unknown. In case of phase B, we are setting it from charger number 6 to 11, not 6 to 11, charger number 7 to 12 as charger status unknown. And in case of phase C, we are setting charger number 13, 14, and 15 as charger status unknown. So still this point we understood the RCCB status properly, so accordingly we are sending the alerts here. So whether it is whether it is stripped, it is okay, or it is unknown. Whenever there is a change in status, we are sending the alert. So to determine that whether there is a change in alert or not, we are setting the what is the RCCB status and what is the alert status. If the RCCB status and alert status are different, we are assuming that we are understanding that the status has been changed recently and we are updating the alert again. So the same is true for RCCB2 also. The same is true for our individual chargers also. Still that point we understood that which chargers are failed, and which charger status is unknown, what is the charger status, whether it is no power, low power, very low power, okay, or unknown, we understood still that point. So accordingly, for 15 chargers we are sending the alert wherever there is a status change, and we are updating the output JSON in this point. That's all. So in this point we are clearing all the voltage, so that there is no false detection happens. We are just clearing the voltages and all the things to get update from a different thread, because sometimes although this should not happen, because this update and the consumption is happening in the same thread, but still for a security purpose, I am not security purpose, just to avoid any confusion, I am setting this, initializing them to 0 again. That's all. Is it fine, or is there any problem? Hello, I am not getting any reply. Pradeep,
Yeah,
is it fine?
yeah, fine, Shovik. Shovik, so here, what are the things which we have? Okay, you're done with this.
Yes, yes, I am done with this.
So, what are the things which are pending or which are having some, taking to the next phase or next release with respect to this feature?
This feature is completed and closed. There is nothing left.
So totally there is no pending, nothing.
No, there is no pending, nothing.
Any emails where, there is still some question marks or which are kind of blockers and we have not taken something like that?
We have something like that, but based on that, there is no plan also as of now.
Okay.
As of now, there is no plan also.
Okay.
So
Apart from
this is the place where we are sending the execute read battery or command. In this place, we are sending the battery, AC power status to the battery. That is in CAN wheeler controller. So we are getting the status directly from the Kafka. No, this is not the place. Sorry. It is. No, this is for the read purpose. Yes. So in this place we are sending that whether it is true or false. Just all. Just that. Just getting from the um, it is subscribing to the wheeler RCCB status, that is the record type. Based on that record type, it is getting the charger status. It knows that in which conditions we need to charge, in which conditions we need not to charge. So in case of charger status is okay or low power, we will charge. In case of charger status not okay, charger status very low power, or charger status unknown, we will not charge the battery. That's the only thing. Yes, Pradeep, you were asking something.
So what I was asking is there any blockers or I said right, which we have taken to the next phase, something like
No,
that? No,
nothing
nothing,
like
right?
that.
So
No,
there are
it is
something like current calculation, all those things.
current calculation. RCCV feature does not have anything for the current calculation. No.
Um, you remember there was some discussion where we are sending based on 30 amps.
That was not related to RCCB
This
feature.
one, right?
That was related to low power charging.
Okay.
That is completely a different feature.
Okay. Fine.
That's not the scope of RCCB feature.
Okay.
So some of the common, I mean, troubleshooting FAQ kind of thing, I will say. If you see that sometimes anyone report like RCCB one physically is okay, but in the software it is showing as stripped. The main, I mean, the common problem we see that the chargers, all the chargers stop communicating as RCCB2 has UPS as its input point. The false detection is prevented there, but in case of RCCB1 there is no uh, other input points than charger. So if all the chargers stop the communication, then RCCB1 false detection will happen. So physically whether it is on or off is not the concern of software. The software, as per software, if the data is not coming from chargers, means that the charger is not live to send the message. Hence we are determining it as a charger. I mean, we are determining it as RCCB failure, and that is written in the requirement document. Even it is system. What is it? CCU limitation. If all the components, charger or UPS of the same group, same fail simultaneously, the status of RCCB may be wrong. It is written and agreed also. Any point, team? Pradeep, Segu, Kesav, Jaswal. Any
No,
point
no.
from anyone? Is everyone understood
No, sure.
everything? Is it understood? I mean, I can convey you all.
So this document is updated in the drive, right? Show it.
This document is available in Drive. Yes.
Okay, okay.
I think that in the release note, this document was provided also. G release note. Kesav, we had provided this document in G release note as far as I can remember. Yes or no?
Keshav
Keshav
is
is
not
not
there.
there. I think he left.
Okay. Pradeep, any, can you remember anything? Even Jaswal, can you remember? We had provided all the documents, individual DV and all the documents at the release note of G release, right? For CCD, DCD, for
Yeah, yeah.
everything we had released. There also this document was available. Even this document is available in Git repos only. I mean, I have also downloaded it yesterday from Git only. I mean, not Git, from SharePoint only. I did not had locally this
Then
document.
yeah, then no issues. It will be there. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want, I can send you the link. And this document is also sent you in the email yesterday I sent in the invitation.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Can you
So
share
should
that
we
link
close this
also,
call?
Shavik?
Yeah, yes, Ego.
No, link of this document from the SharePoint.
Okay, I will send that also. But I had already sent the document to you yesterday.
Yeah, I see that in the email. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that in that document it was saying that someone, you and Dinesh did not had the access. That's why I downloaded it and sent it. You do not have the access to the link.
Right.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I sent it in this way. If you want, I will send you the link also. No problem. So should we close this call?
Yeah.
Okay. Any doubts, you can always come to me.
Okay. Thank you, Shavik.
Thanks
Thank you, Shavik.
everyone for your time.